Reddit!
Reddit всегда там.
Sage, can you cover garage, please? У нас нет Sage. Скажи Sage, чтобы он гараж не пошел.
Could you watch garage?
One enemy remaining.
Там, блядь.
Easter egg?
30 seconds left.
Baby, the Bucky King is back! What's up, tricksters? My name is Charlatan. I'm a Radiant Valorant player and future esports player, maybe, who knows. G2, I'm still open for all the offers. I know that you need a fifth player. Come on, Carlos. Come on, Carlos. I know that you're watching. Whatever. Okay, so today I'm gonna give you a guide tutorial how to play Bucky and Judge. Actually, how to play shotguns in Valorant. I think that shotguns have a very specific and unique place in Valorant. Like, every single gun in Valorant has its purpose, has its place, because of the price point and everything. Right now, they kind of reduced the price of Guardian and changed Guardian a bit, tune it a bit. So Guardian is kind of out of the place, like, from all the guns, and Stinger as well. But all the other guns, even Odin and Ares, have the place in the current meta. But Guardian and Stinger are kind of like not worth it for the money and basically firepower that they provide. A lot of you guys saw in the previous live streams and videos that I actually use Bucky a lot, and they call me a Bucky King. Why Bucky King? Because I actually shred people with this gun. I think Bucky is one of the best guns in the game at the moment, economy-wise and kill potential-wise. You need to look at the value of the gun and the damage and the kill power that it provides. Basically, why Bucky is really good gun in Valorant is because of one kill potential. Basically, on a very close range, you can one tap the target with a left click, and on the medium, even the high range, even if you're on this range here, you can one shot the target if all the bullets go into the headshot. The second gun is Judge. It's not worth as Bucky because Judge is 1500 credits and Bucky is 900 credits. So that is why I use Bucky over Judge. Like, Judge is kind of the better weapon because you can spray down your targets easier on the close range, but I'm gonna explain you why I use Bucky over Judge really soon. The damage of these shotguns doesn't matter. Like, those numbers that you see on your right side, they don't matter. Like, you don't need to watch those numbers. Those numbers will tell you nothing. You need to remember that Bucky has left click fire shot, which makes kind of the spread go all over the place. The left click is being used on 0 to 10 meters range. So if the enemy is on this range, like 0 to 5 meters, 0 to 5 meters, let's say like that, 0 to 5 meters. So if enemy is really close to you on this range, you use the left click. Basically, left click is being used when you're holding a certain angle, a certain point of the map. So if you're holding something like this, you will always crouch down to reduce the spread of your weapon, because the spread is being reduced when you crouch down, and you will basically do the left click and try to kill your target. When you're aiming with Bucky on a close range, you should never be placing your crosshair right here at the wall, because some of the pellets will go into the actual wall. You should always be placing your crosshair a bit on the left side, so somewhere here, so that all the pellets actually hit your target. The second thing you need to remember is that Bucky has the left click as well. Left click kinda concentrates all of these pellets in one dot, in one point, but this point spreads out after 15 to 20 meters. So basically, when you're standing against your enemy at, like, for example, let's say 10 meters, those pellets will go straight into one point. So you can hit extremely powerful headshots and deal 304 damage. 304 damage, your enemy is dead. Also, with Bucky, you can do collateral damage. Basically, if there was another enemy behind this enemy, those remaining pellets and the pellets that go through the target will actually hit the target that is behind our primary target. On the 20 meters, though, those pellets kind of spread out. So it is not one point anymore. Those pellets kind of go all over the place. And on 20 meters, Bucky is kinda not usable. Left click you use on the close range, and you use against the targets that are coming to you around the corners, for an example. And right click you use when you're entering bomb sites or when the enemies are on 5 to 15 meters. So Bucky is being used on 5 to 15 on 0 to 15 meters basically. If the enemies are on longer range, for example 20 meters, Bucky is extremely hard. It's extremely hard to kill your target. You will always need 4 shots to kill your target that is above 20 meters. Like on 50 meters, don't even try. Don't even try to do this. Like you will deal 10 damage, 9 damage, 15 damage. It doesn't matter. Like it's useless. So that is why when I'm using Bucky, I usually also buy the Sheriff. I think this combination is one of the best gun combinations in the game at the moment. Because with Sheriff, you get that gun that is extremely useful and one-tap machine. Well, not really one-tap, you need 2 taps on a long-range fights. And also, Bucky can be used on a medium range and a close range. So what I love to do with Reyna, Jett, and agents that can benefit from Bucky and Judge, I love to buy Bucky, Sheriff, and heavy armor in the second round. So if I won the first round, you will always see me buy heavy shield and Bucky and abilities. And if I have money, I will buy the Sheriff. Because this gun combination gives you a lot of firepower against the eco enemies. And that's why I think the Bucky is one of the best eco and half-buy guns ever in the game. It costs only 900 credits and it gives you that one-shot, one-kill potential. The downside of Bucky is that it's 50-50 gun. Like, you need to learn when and how to use it, at what range you can actually kill your target. If I shoot this target right now, I will kill it. But if I was just a 1 meter away, I would not kill it. As you can see, that is maybe 1 or 2 meters longer than this range here. And I didn't kill that target. So that is what you need to learn and practice with Bucky. You need to learn at what distance you can actually kill your target with left click and on what distance you can do it with right click. It is something that you can only learn in actual game, playing unrated games and Spike Rush. Before I started playing Bucky in ranked matches, I played Bucky 24/7 in unrated matches. I've just been doing this combo. So I buy Sheriff every round, I buy Bucky, heavy shield, and no matter if I'm attacking or defending the bomb site, I always use Bucky. And I always try to think, when should I use the left click, when should I use the right click, left click, then I go into close range, right click, then I'm checking this corner, maybe I should left click, etc. And that's how you practice Bucky and Judge and shotguns in this game. There is no other way. Like doing the practice inside of this practice range is kind of useless. Because, yes, you can get a feel, for example, where on which range you can actually kill the targets, but the best way to practice Bucky and Judge is in actual unrated games, Spike Rush, and if the Riot Games introduces the deathmatch in future. I think Bucky is much more valuable weapon than Judge, only because of the one kill, one shot potential. And because of the price point. Like, you can buy this gun without even armor. You don't need to buy any abilities, you just buy Bucky. Your team doesn't have money, you have enough money to buy Vandal and Phantom and Heavy Shield in the next round, and you can just hold a certain point of the bomb set. Like, you can play like very, very passive and wait for the enemies to come. It also depends which agent you are using. Reyna, Jett, and Raze benefit the most out of Bucky, because with Jett, what you can do, for example, your whole team is eco round on defense side. You buy Bucky, and you hold the site passive. The enemies are coming your way, you peek out, you kill one target, you dash back into bomb site, and then you can re-peek again. Basically, you have a second chance with Jett. With Reyna, you can do the blind, for example. So if you want to peek, so enemies are coming this way, and you want to peek enemies, you do the blind through this wall here, and the blind appears on this side. The enemies will have to flick on that stupid blind, and you just peek out and boom, headshot. What you can see on my streams a lot that I do is her dismiss ability. Basically, you can maneuver the enemies around the bomb site with your ultimate invisibility and dismiss. With Raze, I think Judge is a bit more useful, because you can do the Raze double jump and basically judge people into their face. But also you can do that with Bucky, no problem. Like same principle applies. Like you can have that second chance, or you can go into enemies' faces. Using Bucky on attack is kind of hard, because you really need to know which part of the map you want to attack. That's also one thing that you need to add in equation. If you do the right click on a very, very close range, you will only deal 20 to 40 damage to that target because the pellets didn't spread out yet. So when you shoot the right click, it's kind of like you're shooting one bullet that spreads out. It spreads out after like 5 to 8 meters. So right click only at 5 meters to 15 meters, and you can one shot, one kill your targets in the headshot. One of the most powerful things with Bucky is the price point. Like you only spend 900 credits. For Spectre, you spend 1600 in the second round. That is why I think Bucky is one of the best weapons to buy in the second round when you're defending, on the defending side. On attack, I will always buy Spectre and Heavy Shield in the second round. Bucky is just extremely powerful weapon for one shot, one heal potential. You just need to learn the range on which you can kill with your left click, right click, left click, right click. Right click is much more powerful than your left click. Left click is kind of 50-50. It is not usable in all situations, and it can kind of miss, you know. But right click usually always kills the target when you shoot them in the head at the right distance. Like even at this distance, you can one shot your target and shit on them. That's what I wanted to say. You don't need to buy Sheriff and Bucky. Like I just explained why do I buy Sheriff and Bucky sometimes when I have a lot of money in my economy. If I don't have a lot of money, I will just buy Bucky on defense side. Like defending with Bucky is really easy. Like you can use it on almost every bomb site on every map that you're playing, because you're hiding behind bomb site waiting for enemies to come and bam, one shot, etc. Judge is kind of the bigger brother of Bucky. It doesn't have the right click, the alternate fire. It only has the left click, and it's full on spread basically. The bullets are going all over the place. If you're moving, the spread is higher, of course. If you're standing in the place, the spread is lower. This weapon is being used only on close range, so only if the enemies are like at 10 meters or below. Like this gun is extremely powerful with Jet and Raze, because you can close the gap between you and your enemies with your dash and with your C4 satchels. This is one tactic that you can actually do with Judge, which is not possible with Bucky. So you will see a lot of Jet players actually do this. So what they love to do is actually they smoke a certain part of the map and they try to close the gap between you and them with dash and updraft or whatever ability. So for an example, if enemy Jet, or if I'm playing Jet and I know that enemy is on rafters here or here, what I love to do is I love to smoke this part of the map so the enemy on this ramp position cannot see me. I will smoke this here, I will smoke this here, and then I'll jump, updraft, and bam, 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 bam. Basically, you're closing the distance between you and enemy. You're going straight into the enemy's face and trying to kill that enemy. This will sometimes work, sometimes it will not work. You need to know the enemy position. Like, it's a really risky play. And you're risking a lot of money because Judge is 1500 credits, Heavy Shield is 1000 credits. Also, you will spend all of your abilities, so this is a very risky play. But sometimes you need to risk. You need to risk to win rounds. You know, you bam and bam, bam, bam. Same goes with Raze. Basically, you can do one C4, the other C4. You go up and try to kill the target that is here, here, or here. Judge is only being used on a close range, so only if you're holding some angle like this or some angle like this. For an example, if you are trying to kill your enemy at this distance, it is not possible, ladies and gentlemen. If I see you using Judge like this, you are dead from Charlatano from here. You are just dead. You are rest in pepperoni, my friends. Never do that. Never do that. Bucky cannot do this. Basically, you cannot close the gap like Judge, because it is only one fire rate. Like you need to wait for the second shot to shoot. So you cannot do something like this with Bucky because you have only one shot. If you don't hit this shot, you are rest in pepperoni. Bucky is extremely good on defending side. Like that's why you see me use Bucky a lot of times on defense. On attack, you will see me use Spectre, you will see me use Phantom, Vandal, Operator, Ghost, and Sheriff. But on defense, you will see me use Bucky a lot of times. So what I love to do on Split, for an example, I love to play this box here. So if I play always from this side here, or I play Heaven Rafters here, and we are eco, my team is full eco, I have only Bucky. This position is really good for Reyna and Jet players. Why? Enemies are coming your way here. you see one enemy here, you up, right click, kill that target, and you can immediately dash into bomb site, smoke this area here, and go behind the site, or go into the elbow. So that is why Bucky is extremely useful with Reyna and Jett. It can be used with Raze very effectively as well. If the enemies are attacking, for example, B heaven, B tower area, they're falling down, and they're also attacking this area here. What I love to do, I love to stand at this position here and wait for the enemy that is coming through here. Then you need to gamble. Then you need to listen the footsteps. Listen the footsteps. If the first enemy is coming here, I bam, kill that guy, kill this guy, maybe dash to the left side, try to kill that guy. I have at least 10 clutch video clips where I killed the whole enemy team with Reyna from this position. I just let them come from heaven, come from this side here, then I will peek this side here, maybe try to kill the enemy that's coming here, use the dismiss ability with Reyna, come maybe at this position here, try to surprise the enemy that jumped down from heaven, then rotate them around this pillar, and that's how I win rounds with Reyna and Bucky, and with Jett as well. So I'm giving you ideas how you can use Bucky and how can you utilize it to actually kill enemies. The only reason why I'm not using Judge, because it is dogshit weapon on a high range. Like if the enemy is standing, for an example, here at heaven position, right here at these rafters, if I shoot him with Judge, I need 10 fucking bullets to kill that player. With Bucky, I need just 1, 2, and he is dead. And on the second hand, Bucky costs 900 credits and Judge costs 1500 credits. The only thing you need to learn with Bucky is when to use the left click, when to use the right click. Enemies coming here, use the left click. If the enemy is here, use the right click. Same principle. Enemies coming here, use left click because he is going to be close range. If the enemy is coming here, use a right click and try to kill your enemy. Before I see enemies, I already think which button should I use. So I kind of remove one of my fingers from the actual mouse and only place the other finger if I think the enemies are on that range. So for example, if the enemies are coming B, so they're coming through B, chunga, big chunga, and I know the enemy is here, I already position my finger on the right click and remove my finger from the left click so that I don't make some accidental click, you know? And I peek and bam, right to the face. Then if the enemies are going chunga here, I know that I need to use left click. I position my fingers at the left click, I come closer and bam, destroy that target. Most of the times when I'm engaging the bomb site or when I'm waiting for the enemies to come, I think 2 steps ahead. Which button should I use now? Okay, the enemy is heaven. The only way I can kill that enemy is with right click. So I'll basically just spam. Of course, you should never use Bucky at this range. At this range, you will never kill your target. That's why I have Sheriff in my pocket to help me come to bomb site. Then the enemy thinks I have Sheriff. They will come down like a boosted bonobos and bam, Bucky to the face. Bam, Bucky to the face. Basically, that's how I use Bucky. That's how I use Bucky in combination with Sheriff. And also, that's how I use Judge. Like, I use Judge basically only when I can close the distance between my enemies. In the second round, you're spending only 1,900 credits compared to 2,600. So you have a lot of money for the third round, and you have a lot of money for the abilities. Also, one more good point. If you win the second round with only Bucky and Heavy Shield, you will have enough money to buy Operator in a third round. And you know, guys, how much I love playing Operator, and that gives me that opportunity. I can buy Operator and actually mow down the enemies in the third round. What are the downsides? The main downside is that it's kind of random. It's kind of random. Like, left click is really random. Like, the bullets go all over the place. Sometimes you will not kill your target. You're kind of gambling. Also, one more thing that I love to do a lot is Bucky is it's not extremely precise, but it is precise while you're in the air. So if I know that enemies are coming this way, they're going chunga, and they're trying to push the B heaven, the B tower here, I will take my Bucky and I will try to surprise them like this, because Bucky is precise in the air. You can do something like this and you can annihilate your targets from above. So yeah, you will see me a lot do the jump shots around the corners, something like this, for an example. Like this is something I love to do a lot, like this type of shots with Bucky. Marshall is also very good gun in the second round. Like it's one of the best eco and anti-eco weapons and half-buy weapons, because in the headshot it is always one shot, one kill, and in body it is always one shot, one kill against the enemies that don't have armor, that have only 100 HP. Before I end this video, I want to thank you all for the amazing support on both YouTube and Twitch channel. I think that we are building one of the best communities ever. Everyone is so helpful and so friendly. I'm grateful to all of you. At the moment, I'm still kinda stuck in Immortal 3 in a Valorant ranked solo queue, but it doesn't really matter since there are no leaderboards and no ladders yet. I have a few surprises for you very soon, and a lot of interesting content is coming your way, and we are also going to hit that Radiant very soon. Hopefully, I guess. I don't know anymore. Also, on my Discord server, I will start coaching people while I'm still kind of working on my official website for merch and coaching, so make sure to join my Discord server if you want to be coached in Valorant by me. You can find all the information about coaching on my Discord server down in description below. And in the meantime, you can also hit that subscribe, turn on those goddamn notifications, spank that bell icon so you don't miss any new content from me, myself, Charlatan. I'm yours, one and only, Warden of the Valorant community. Thank you for watching, and cut! Hey kids, do you wanna buy the Bucky?